Hello, hello. Wonderful. I think we are live. Hi, everybody. Rachel Collins here. I'm the health coach who is teaching you how to be the happiest, healthiest, and most successful version of you. I'm absolutely passionate about helping women unleash their inner Wonder Woman. And today, I want to talk about comparisonitis, that thing that's kind of constantly pushing us to look at other people and not feel good enough. And it's kind of, it's awful. It happens to everybody. And I'm sure you felt this at some way, because I certainly have. So if you are joining me live, say hello. If you're watching the replay and any of this is resonating with you, please do just comment on the video, because even once this is playing out on the replay, I will be coming back to check on the comments and reply and kind of have a conversation with you about it there as well. So please, please, please do comment as I go through this. So yeah, comparisonitis. I think these days, more so than ever, despite the fact that we're all very aware that, skinny models is not a good idea, we are just bombarded everywhere we look with images of these unattainable figures. And it's really disheartening. It's really disheartening, but do you know what? We can do something to change this. So, and we see it everywhere. So you're going to be watching TV at some point. Most of us do watch TV or Netflix at some point. And we're seeing images of women and guys as well, but I know it's mostly women that follow me here. There are guys as well, but bombarded with images of women who have these incredible figures, or they have these incredible lives. And if you are looking at these women on TV, in the media, and on social media is the worst for it. Nella, finally. Hi, Rachel. I know I haven't done a video in a while. I'm sorry. I've been taking some time to work on some other stuff, but I'm back. Yes, we're kind of bombarded by all these images. And if you're feeling like, when you look at these people, if you're not feeling inspired, but you're feeling that kind of, oh, I wish I had that life, or I wish I had that figure, it's not doing you any good at all. And I think social media is absolutely the worst for this, because we get to choose who we follow on social media. We get to choose what we look at. And so often we're looking at people that are making us feel bad. Now, that's nothing to do with those people. It really isn't anything to do with those people. They're not doing anything wrong by being them. But it's all to do with us and how we're perceiving ourselves, and this kind of comparisonitis thing that we've got going on. So why is this important? Why is this important? Well, I believe that we all have this inner Wonder Woman. We've all got our own personal superpowers that we can go out into this world and share with the world. But if you're constantly looking at somebody else and comparing yourself to what they're showing the world, because they're going to be showing the world their superpower. And if their superpower is an amazing six-pack and an amazing bum, and that's not your superpower, you're going to be feeling bad in comparison. That's not what we want. That's not what I want for you. That's not what I want for me, that's for sure. And I get caught up in this as well. I find myself doing exactly this. And that's one of the reasons I want to speak out about it. So I follow lots of different people on social media, particularly in the health and wellness industry. Now, this can be really, really tough, because there are a lot of people out there who are selling their programs, selling their products, selling their services based on the fact that they look amazing. And for some people, that's really inspiring. They look at somebody who looks incredible, who is toned, who has like the ridiculously long legs and great bum and amazing abs. And some people think, well, that's what I'm aspiring to, so I need to work with that person. But some of us look at those people and think, I'm never going to be good enough, because I can't be that. And that's a horrible place to be. And what we need to do when we're feeling that, there's two things we need to do. One is we need to think, well, hang on, what are my priorities and where am I in life compared to that person? Let's put this into context. Okay, so there's one person that I do follow because I think she's amazing. But she's in her very early 20s. She spends an awful lot of time at the gym, and her priorities are completely different to mine. Okay, I know I could get to the gym a little bit more. I know if I did, I would probably have a way better tummy. But there are other things that are important to me. You know, caring for my kids, building my business, nourishing my soul by spending time with people that I care about, like my husband and my friends. All of that comes over and above spending every single day in the gym. Now, when I put it into context like that, I don't mind that I don't have her abs. Because do you know what? I have my friendships, my family, my relationships, I have my home, I have my business, I have all the things that are important to me. So when you're looking at these people and you're feeling like, oh God, I'm never going to have that, and I feel awful, and I'm never going to have that life, put it into context and come back to what are your priorities. Now, if your priorities absolutely are what that person has got, then you can start to make changes to work towards where they're at. So if my priority suddenly was to have those abs over and above working on my business, over and above hanging out with my husband, over and above being there for my children and doing the school run every single day, if that was my priority, then I would start to go to the gym more. I could start to make the changes I needed to make to reach that goal. But it's not. It's not my priority. Maybe it should be. I know I do need to do more exercise, and I actually am going to a kettlebells class tomorrow because I feel like this is going to fit in with my routine. But that's beside the point. So the first thing when we're looking at when we're worrying about how we are in comparison to other people, and when we're not feeling good enough, we need to put it into context. When you're following someone on social media, when you're looking at people's lives on TV or in magazines, you're seeing a very small snippet, and you're seeing them kind of showcasing their own personal superpower. Now, maybe your superpower is baking, and your big goal in life is to, I don't know, get onto the Great British Bake Off. Is that still on? Now Mary's gone. I don't know. If someone's watching that knows, is the Great British Bake Off still a thing? But maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you want to get onto MasterChef, but you're still wondering why you don't have the abs of the person next to you. Well, their goal is an Ironman. Of course they're going to have abs, you know? So we can't be comparing ourselves with other people unless it's in context. If it's in context and you have exactly the same goals and priorities, then get to work. You can work towards where they're at. Use it as inspiration. But most of the time when we're feeling that cringing feeling that we're not enough, that we're not doing enough, that our figure isn't enough, when you put it into context, you realize actually you don't want to do what it takes to get there because those things over there are more important to you. The other really important thing that you can do is unfollow these people. If they're not inspiring you, if they're making you feel bad about yourself, unfollow them. Now, I know I could be slimmer or skinnier or more athletic or whatever, and there will be people out there that look at me and think, gosh, she's not much really. As a health coach, surely she should be looking amazing. You know, I'm slightly smaller than average, I think, in terms of dress size, but I'm not tiny. I'm absolutely not tiny. But then there will be other people out there that think, well, she is tiny and she makes me feel bad. And, you know, there's always going to be someone who is in a better position than you, where you want to be. And there's always going to be someone that is worse off than you. And, you know, for me, my following, Nella, you look amazing. Oh, thank you, my darling. That's really lovely of you. But I'm honestly, I'm not calling out for compliments here at all. What I'm trying to get across is that there's always going to be someone out there that you look at and think, oh, I wish I could be like them, and feel bad that you're not them. And there will be people out there looking at you and thinking exactly the same thing. They wish they were you. And if there's anyone out there that's just making you feel bad, and it's not even inspirational because it's so far beyond what you're ever going to achieve. I am never going to have the figure of a 21-year-old that's not had kids. It's not going to happen unless I go out and get surgery. So I'm unfollowing those people because it just makes me feel bad. It makes me regret not appreciating the body I did have when I was 21 years old and hadn't had kids. So you can unfollow people as well. And I think it's really important that you do unfollow these people because you get to control what goes into your head. And when we are constantly on Instagram, we're constantly on Facebook, and we're looking at all of these images, and most of the time that's what's doing it, is the images. It's not what people are saying, it's the images that we're looking at. And when we're seeing all these images of young, attractive women, we get this kind of subconscious seep into our brain of we are not good enough. So the two things that you can be doing is put it into context. Look at what your priorities are. If your priority is to be an athlete and you want that six-pack, go out there and get it. If you're worrying you haven't got a six-pack, but your priority is something totally different, then, you know, just look at that context and think about where your priorities are. You don't need that six-pack if it's not your priority. The other thing is unfollow those people that make you feel bad. Unfollow them. And in addition to that, I am making some changes in the way I market my business, because I've become more and more aware of how all of these images in marketing make me feel. I was scrolling through my Facebook feed the other day and I stopped because I saw a clothing company advertising a dress, and I thought, I really like the look of that. And then I looked at it again and I thought, that model must be a size 6 and 6 foot. It won't look the same on me. And all I kept thinking was, I wish they had a model that was a more realistic size so I could work out whether or not that dress would actually look good on me. It looks amazing on her, but I can't imagine it bigger, you know, and I'm not a size 6. No way am I a size 6. And it made me think so much more consciously about the images that I use in my marketing. So I am going to be moving away from using those beautiful, young, slim women in my branding. I've already been working really hard, and it's quite difficult when you, so for those of you that don't have a business, you probably have never even considered this in your life as to where you get the images for all of this branding stuff. And basically we go to stock photo sites, and some of them are really expensive images, some of them are free, and it can be a bit of a minefield. But when you're looking for images, it can be quite hard to get a really diverse range of images. And a while ago, it occurred to me that I'd been kind of trawling through these sites and picking out images that I liked the look of. And I wasn't coming across very many with women from different ethnic groups and different backgrounds. It was all very much white, just white 20-somethings, you know, with a lovely messy bun on their head. And I'd just been blindly using what I could find rather than thinking about how I reflected diversity in my website. So that kind of occurred to me a little while ago, but more recently I've been looking at it again thinking, I know that the idea is that these images of young, pretty, toned, slender women is aspirational, but I know the impact on me is that it makes me feel a bit rubbish. It makes me feel not good enough. And if I'm feeling that way, how on earth is it making everyone else feel? So I'm now working really hard to find other photographers that go out there and photograph women in their natural, real beauty. And there are some out there, which is really, really exciting. There are some women out there that go and photograph real women from all different backgrounds. And some of them have got the long flowing mermaid hair that we all wish we had. And I'd love to have long flowing mermaid hair. But some of them have got, short hair, shaved heads, all different colour skin tones, all different colour body shapes. All of these women are women to be celebrated, and all of these women are aspirational. And that's the kind of imagery I'm going to be using in my marketing on my website. And yeah, I didn't appreciate it then. And I really wish that I had kind of found all of this personal development stuff and all that I know now through my coaching earlier, so that I could love my body back then as well. Because guess what? At 20, I was still thinking my thighs were too big. I was still thinking that I wasn't good enough. And we've got to stop this. We've got to stop not feeling good enough, because all of us are. We're all good enough. And we've got to stop comparing ourselves to other people. So I think I am going to be leaving it there. I've got off my soapbox now, but really I want, for every woman that's watching this, I want your focus to be, I want my focus to be on us becoming the healthiest, happiest and most successful versions of ourselves. Not trying to be what somebody else is, but just the the most successful, most happy, and the most healthy version of ourselves. And this is something that I help women with my Wonder Woman coaching. So my big passion is helping women unleash their inner Wonder Woman. So my Wonder Woman coaching programs, the shortest amount of time I work with women is for around a month, because it really does take time to make changes. If you need help with anything, if you need help with becoming the healthiest, happiest, most successful version of you, if you know that actually while you're not craving to be that slender 21-year-old, but you do need to lose some weight, or you need to start caring for your body better, then let's have a chat. I do offer free Wonder Woman breakthrough sessions to women who want to find out more about what coaching with me is like. So as I said, the minimum amount of time that I work with women is for at least a month, and that can go up to about 6 months. And my coaching packages start from £375. So if you want to find out more about that, and you want to have a chat about where you are at the moment, you can book a free Wonder Woman breakthrough session with me. I'm going to pop the link for that underneath the video, so you can just click the link and book in your session with me, completely free. It's just to find out a little bit more. So ladies, go out there, be the best version of you. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You really don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. You have your own amazing superpowers. Take care. I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.